Well, if you got a dollar, well, just lousy down. You know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine.
Hi, this is Patrick with Trusty Mercantile. Welcome to my channel. If you are a longtime follower of my channel, you'll know that I've been somewhat MIA for my live sales that I had been doing every week for nearly 2 years throughout almost all of COVID. But as life is opening back up, my schedule has gotten a little bit busier and I've drifted away from doing the regular live sales and replacing them with videos such as this, which are pre-recorded drop sales. So I've done a couple on my own, and then I'm also participating in several shop hops, which this is one. So this video is going out as part of Beth's shop hop from Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties. The shop hop itself has progressed throughout the afternoon of Sunday, May 8th. Happy Mother's Day to everyone so inclined to celebrate that. I'm toward the end of the release schedule. So if you're watching my video at the time it comes out, there's only one video left that will be coming out after mine, and that is Crafty Jackie. There will be a link to her video in my description of this video. And I will also have links to the videos that preceded me. So even though some of the videos have already gone out, they might still have some items that are left still available for sale, so it's definitely worthwhile checking out some of the earlier items that have been listed. The drop sale format is something that is relatively new to me, but I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit because it gives me a little bit more control over my time. So I can record this video, schedule it to release as part of the drop sale, particularly because this one's part of a shop hop. And you can still claim items. You can watch the video as it's releasing. You can watch it, anytime days after. If the items are still available, you still have a chance to get it. No concerns about how fast your internet speed is, and no hesitation of trying to jump into a live chat, because all you'll do is that once you see an item you like, I will give you the price of that item. It is the first to claim, so the price that I give is the price you will pay plus shipping, and I will give you the item number. If you like it, go ahead and jump into the comments section of the video. There is no live chat because this is not going out live. So you'll go into the comment section, type in the number of the item that you want to claim. YouTube very conveniently puts all of the comments in order that they are received. So the first person to claim it is the person who will receive that item. If you've never purchased from me before, you'll need to send me an email address, thmvintage@gmail.com. All of this information is also in the description of the video. So please, if this is a new format for you, follow the descriptions in this video, follow some of the videos that are part of the shop hop, and you will get a full experience of how this works, and maybe you'll enjoy it. The live sales are still a great option. I'll probably still be doing some of them going forward, but it's nice to be able to mix things up. So starting out this shop hop today, because it is Mother's Day, I'm going to start the shop hop with some jewelry. So one of the pieces I just recently picked up, and I did try and do some research on it. Unfortunately, it's an unmarked piece of jewelry, but I do believe there is some age to it. And what I believe it is a choker necklace. It's a little too small to be a belt, but it is possible it could go onto a sash, because what it is are two effectively matching pieces that are rhinestones. And on the back of them, one has the kind of the hook from the belt and the other has the receiving end. So they go together to form a little buckle. It has been sewn onto a piece of fabric that, if my neck were a little bit thinner, I could wear. My neck is not this thin. This, at its fully extended length, is 16 inches. So if you have a smaller neck than mine, mine's around 17. So if you have a smaller neck than mine, you might be able to wear it as is, but you might need to take the fabric off and attach a different piece of fabric. I think a nice stretch velvet, like in a black velvet, this would be gorgeous. They are beautifully designed pieces. I would say these are Edwardian, so we're talking about early 20th century, 19aughts to 19-teens, but I really don't know. The way the stones are cut, I'm going to assume they are not diamonds. I don't have a diamond tester, but they are prong set. So it's just a really filigree, and there's cut work done to them. They're an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous piece. but probably less functional on the fabric it has been attached to. It was done, it almost looks like it's something could have been done for a theater costume, because you can even see the thread color that they use to sew this on. It's functional, but it's just not the most attractive. So you probably want to re-sew them, and you can just see there's a little bar on the back, and you just run the fabric through there and sew it on. So it would be a little bit of a project piece if your neck isn't exactly the size, or even if it is the size, you might choose to put it on a better piece of fabric. Like I said, maybe a stretch velvet. It would make a gorgeous collar, and it's a gorgeous piece. But because it is somewhat of a project piece, I'm keeping a relatively low price to it, because I picked it up for a low price. So you get the rhinestone filigree cut collar for $15 by giving me number 56. $15.56 for the collar. Happy Mother's Day. The next piece, another great piece for Mother's Day. This is another unsigned piece, but it's of a different era. I would say this is probably getting into the 50s. It is another filigree. You can see if you look at the bottom, you can see the collar is kind of a filigree cut. But if you look at it, it is a three-dimensional floral brooch. So the pin, the actual locking pin is like this. So you can do it vertically, do it horizontally, however you want. It runs the body of the flower. It has two leaves that come off of it, but the back and the leaves are somewhat two-dimensional. But if you look at the front, it's kind of a full floral bud. And each leaf or each petal of the bud is a marquee-shaped stone that has been prong set both front and back. So maybe you can tell from, I'm trying to see if it's going to pick up here. You can see for the tallest one that sticks out, you've got the collar that surrounds it and then a prong on the front and the back. There's a separate piece on both. Now, I'm having a hard time figuring out, I think these stones are plastic, but I will not swear to that. That's just what they feel like, and I'm afraid to really test anything. But it's not a marked piece with signature or any sort of gold, so it's just gold filled. So they may be plastic, but it is absolutely a fantastic design. I've never seen anything quite like this before. It's almost like a scepter, but it is designed to be a flower, because you can even see the little, what would those be called? Are those the pistils or the stamens? The little floral pieces are also kind of done in a gold fill that sticks through there. So again, kind of a three-dimensional body, but a much flatter, or a three-dimensional floral, but a much flatter body. Just a cool looking piece. Again, happy Mother's Day. $15 for this brooch. $15 by giving me number 23. $15.23 for this floral brooch. Now the next piece of jewelry I actually have three pieces that are very similar, but they are different. So I'm going to show them all. They will all be available at $5 each, and I'll try and differentiate between each one, but then each will have its own number because they're not interchangeable. This is getting into a slightly different motif. Mother's Day will be ending by the time you watch this video, but Father's Day is coming. We always need to bring back the hat pin if you're not going to bring back the brooch. So this would be both for men or women. It is getting into a little bit more of a military motif. They are, well, I'm not sure if they're military jets, but they are plain pins. Now, there's nothing indicating that they would be military. There's nothing on the sides. There's no markings on the back. They're a little bit more sophisticated than I think what you would get from flying TWA or something like that. I mean, they do appear to have a specific design, and I really don't know my planes. So this one is a 4-prop plane with a standard tail section. And I show that because there's another 4-propeller plane that has this winged tail section. So it's got 2 propellers on each wing here, and then it has kind of the fins on the back of that brooch or that pin. And then the last one is only 2 propellers. There's one detailed on one wing on the front, and then the other one's kind of more implied, but also has kind of a representation of that finned backing. So like I said, they're very similar. They're all a gold tone finish. They all have the squeeze straight back, pin back. and they all have the backings included. So they're all $5 each. So the first one, which is the 4-propeller bomber or plane with the regular backing or regular fins, is $5 for number 49. The 4-propeller that has the fin backing is number 69, also $5. And then the 2-propeller with the fin backing, also $5. That one is number 12. So 3 different gold tone plain pins. Bring back the hat pin, bring back the brooch, with some really cool looking industrial airplane pins. So the next item, somewhat of a lady's choice item, is this Pillbox. So the box itself has this design on the top. So I don't know what this is, if it's a plastic or is it some sort of a natural material. There are ridges on the side that I'm sure indicates something that I don't know if that's made by this way that it was cut. But it kind of has a mother of pearl like design to it. And then the petals of the flower are actually cut into this top piece. So you can see it's relatively thick. And when I first picked it up, I thought it was enamel, but then I realized it's something applied to the top of the box. So they cut the petals into the surface and then accented it with a rhinestone there in the middle. It does have the label on the back, probably from the original retailer. It says Flair 5th Avenue. And then on the inside, there is no question of what it is because it says right on there, it is a pill bar. Someone took to the trouble to actually wipe out the name and information so you don't have any identifying marks, but it's still a pill bar. And then you do have this little like segmented section here on the bottom. You could line up the pills in the 3 areas and then have, maybe different shaped pills over here. I'm sure this can come out. It is glued in, so you'd have to come up with something to pry this out, and I'm sure you could pry this out as well and clean it up so you just have a lovely little gold tone box. But for what you're getting here, it is a gold tone pill box, as the label inside says, and it is $10, and you can get that by giving me number 90. $10, number 90 for the little Flair gold tone pill box. The next item is maybe drifting to, let's just say we're going to drift into the kitchen, but I'm not making any sort of commentary. This was just an item that I had found that I thought was kind of cool to sell, and it just happens to be coming into my Mother's Day sale. I'm not saying that a mother or a woman is supposed to be in the kitchen, but if you're going to be in the kitchen, you might as well be in the kitchen with a very cool piece. It is a pastry cutter, and it is stamped on the side. It says it is from the company DRGM. And it says made in Western Germany. So thanks to Tiger, who I believe is actually from Germany, Tiger says that when things were marked Western Germany, that was very early after World War II, and it wasn't until around the mid-50s that it took the term West Germany. So when something is marked Western Germany, Tiger says it's typically, I think the cutoff was 55. So this would be an early 50s, very late 40s manufactured aluminum piece. It would be designed in such a way that if you had your pastry here, you would just roll this along the pastry, and as you rolled it, it would be cutting all of these shapes that are on here. Now, what I found interesting when I found this was actually in an estate sale in the kitchen, and there were 3 of these all kind of put into a little box that they were made for sale. This was the oldest one. The other 2 were actually really modern. One was all plastic, and the other one just, I think it was metal, but you could tell it was a modern made. I think it was made in China. So I went for this one because I simply knew based on the Western Germany that it actually had some age. It's in really good condition. If you wanted to use it, it would be completely functional. You might want to polish it up a little bit just so you don't have any surprises as you're pressing out your pastries. But kind of fun that you've got all these different shapes. And it would just be kind of a fun tool. And I don't know, I think this would be something you'd want to have a kid would want to do something like this. You sit there and roll it along and cut out all those shapes, take the waste dough, roll it out, and then press it out some more. So kind of a cool little piece. Western Germany, so an older Pastry Cutter. It is available for $15 by giving me number 82. $15.82 for the Western Germany Pastry Cutter. And since we went into Germany for the Pastry Cutter, I actually have one other item that is from Germany. This one is, and I have actually sold these before, and I thought I'd sold out of them. That's what happens when you clean. I found a little envelope that I had stuck the extras in. And what they are, it's a great little piece of ephemera. It's a Deutsche Post set of stamps for the... They're stamps, but then they're promoting different things, including the lottery, the lotto. But inside, you've got Post Geberin, so everything's in German. So you get to practice your German if you're so choose. But you've got the Deutsche Democratic Republic stamps. If 5 marks, no, 5 pfennigs, 5 marks, 5 pfennigs. And then you've got an ad for Deutsche Lufthansa. You got this great little mid-century modern ad of a gentleman flying Lufthansa. And then you've got another page of 10 pfennig stamps. And then you've got a page of Sport Toto System. So it's again, some sort of advertisement, I think, for the lottery. And then another page of 20 and 10 pfennig stamps. And then a great little housekeeper feeding the pig, having the scraps. You get the little pig art. So they're completely unused, so they're theoretically, I guess, functional stamps, I guess. Used for junk journaling, used for just great piece of ephemera in your ephemera bowl. It's just a fun little piece, and because it's the German Democratic Republic, this is East Germany. So again, from the art, this is kind of looking maybe the 60s, and it's just a fun little packet of ephemera. I happen to have 5 that I'm selling here in the sale, so this one actually will have more than one person can claim. So the first 5 people that would like this little packet of Deutsche Post stamps for $5 for the packet, they're all identical, $5 for the packet of Deutsche Post stamps by giving me number 70. $5, number 70 for the Deutsche Post stamps. Again, 5 of these are available, so the first 5 to claim will be able to get those, and these will be $5 including shipping, because I can just put these in a regular envelope and mail them without any additional postage. So $5 including shipping gets you the little lotto stamps. So as we move a little farther east around the globe, we're going to enter into an item from Japan. And this is a set of, I'm going to say these would be like the little soy sauce cups or the little wasabi mustard cups for sushi that are from Japan Airlines. So these are what would have been offered in traveling on Japan Airlines. Got Japan Airlines written in English, as well as what I'm going to assume is the Japan Airlines written in Japanese. They are plastic. I don't know the age. They are not marked or anything like that. But travel items are always super popular. And this, I actually have a set of 6. So you have a full set of 6, so you could recreate your own first class voyage on a Japan Airlines flight with your own set of the little soy sauce cups. Again, little, put your wasabi mustards, whatever you want to do in there. The little sauce cups, you have a set of 6 available for $10, so less than $2 a piece, by giving me number 35. $10, number 35 for the set of Japan Airlines soy sauce cups. Now we're going to continue wrapping around the world and jump into Peru, because I have some Peruvian pottery that I'm making available. I would not have known this is Peruvian pottery, except it says made in Peru right on the bottom. So that helps out. It is Seminano, Seminano, or maybe M-O, I can't really tell. Maybe S-M-O? No, A-M-O, yes. I'm not familiar with the name, couldn't find the name, but it is a piece of incised pottery. So all of the designs, the outlines around the flowers, around the bird, All of those have been pressed into or hand pressed into the actual clay and then kind of colored between the lines. So you've got this great terracotta color at the neck and at the base, but then accented with this nice darker color in the middle, and then the yellow color of the flowers and the darker browns of the birds that are accented on both sides. So you have a design on both the front and the back. A beautiful piece in absolutely perfect condition. It is glazed on the inside as well, so you could use this as a functional vase. A beautiful little piece, and it is available for $20 for the Peruvian Pottery, $20 by giving me number 39. $20.39 for the Peruvian Pottery. And my next item brings us back into the United States, and this is one I've even asked for assistance on how to pronounce the name of this company. I believe it is Kanawha. It looks like Kanawha, but I know that that's not correct. So it is Kanawha. So I think if you just kind of phonetically say it the way it's spelled, it's just Kanawha. But for people that live in that area, it's Kanawha, maybe. But what I have is a green glass snail that still has the Kanawha label right on the side. So it says Kanawha handcrafted glassware, Dunbar, West Virginia. It is handcrafted because you can see the pontil mark on the bottom. It is green glass, but it does not glow. So just be aware of that. This is not uranium glass. This just happens to be green glass, but it's in fantastic condition. So it is a snail. So they've pulled the little, antennae or whatever those would be considered for the snail up. And then they even did the twist on the shell, and there's no rough edges, no jagged pieces, nothing on there or on its tail. So it's just a beautifully designed piece. I don't really come across Kanawha very often because normally it probably wouldn't be marked. This one just happens to have the sticker on it. Also, I'm in the Midwest. This is more of East Coast in West Virginia. I may have come across it and didn't know it, but I'd certainly never seen this shape before. So when I saw him, I didn't see the label. I just saw him like, oh, he's cute. And then I realized he was marked. So I'm like, oh, he's really cute, because I'm definitely taking him home. And so I'm offering the little Kanawha snail, little green glass snail, for $15. You can give him a home of your own by giving me number 38. $15, number 38 for the little Kanawha green glass snail. Again, if you're a follower of my channel, you are probably aware I don't do a lot in that rusty, crusty, and dusty scenarios. I'd like to have things that are in perfect condition, beautiful things you shine up, whatever. But working with Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, she's shown me the beauty of some old advertising tins. And so when I came across this one, I went ahead and picked it up. It is a fruit cake tin. And the reason I know that is because it says right on the back. It is a Hostess fruitcake tin from Continental Baking Company Incorporated. And it just has a beautiful design to it that goes all the way around the side. You've got this wonderful filigree design with the banding all the way around the outside. And then this beautiful, portrait of a woman holding a fruitcake around this absolutely gorgeous design of a gold and burgundy with blues. This is something that I absolutely do see the beauty, even though, it's not in pristine condition because it is an antique fruitcake tin. The fact that it has some of that patina just actually adds a little bit to her beauty. And the fact that she's a pretty nice size, she can be a nice backdrop for a vignette to give you a really nice gold ground with a couple of extra colors to build around. In fact, the colors were things that I considered keeping this in my own collection. But I think there will be others who appreciate this even more than I do. I find that it's beautiful, but I want to put it in the right home, and that's not necessarily mine. So I'm hoping you will be able to put it into its right home, and you will be able to do so for $10 by giving me number 63. $10, number 63 for the Hostess fruitcake tin. So that is my drop sale. So I hope you enjoyed what I had on offer today. I know that I will be participating in at least one more drop sale during the month of May, because I'm organizing it. Yay. So I will have some of my friends will come together 2 weeks from now on Sunday, May 22nd. I'll be organizing one that will be celebrating the closing of the community theater production of Arsenic and Olace that I'm currently in. That is the closing weekend, so I decided to put a pre-recorded sale in because, once again, I'm not available to do live sales as much with the show going on. So I'm going to do a pre-recorded sale, and it will drop on Sunday, May 22nd. Mine will go a little bit later. Mine will probably go into, it'll be more people in the evening, but it's kind of the same format. There'll be a bunch of people all participating with half-hour intervals, and maybe you'll find some, and I definitely have some participants that I've not worked with before, so maybe you'll even find some new sellers that you'll find some fun things, and you will enjoy participating in a shop hop style of drop sales. Again, keep looking for live sales, both for myself and as well as most of the members of today's shop hop that was organized by Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties. I think everybody that's included in the shop hop does live sales as well. So again, this is just a way to drift into another area of selling and see what is more popular. I will say this has been a little bit simpler for me to plan and a little bit simpler for me to follow through, because again, it's not that big. I don't have as many pieces that I'm selling in a half an hour sale, but I can control when they happen, control when I record, and then I can get a smaller group of items that I sell. I can get them out faster than when I do larger and longer sales. So again, we'll mix things up. Who knows? Just, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to the other channels of the other members of the Shop Hop. If you're watching this at the time it's going live, my video would have gone live at 3:30 Eastern. At 4 p.m. Eastern today, Sunday the 8th, at 4 p.m. Eastern is when Crafty Jackie is putting her video live. So if you are not familiar with Crafty Jackie, again, go into the description of this video. You will find links to everybody who participated into the live sale, and you will be able to find Crafty Jackie's channel and watch her video starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. So thanks so much for participating. Again, watch the description of my video for anything, instructions. If you wanted to claim any items, I will try and get invoices out by Wednesday if possible. But if you do make a purchase, go ahead and send me an email with your shipping information so I know how much to calculate for your shipping cost. So thanks so much for watching my drop sale. Thanks for giving me your time, and thanks for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Well, show me a sign if you're wishing me to stay. Otherwise, I say goodbye, finish out the day. And that sunrise in the morning and you got nothing to say. Oh, that's when I'll be headed on my way.